So, good evening, Mr. Erkko. This is Ankita Bhosle. I'm from University Partnership team at Tracxn. So, just to give you a quick introduction to Tracxn, we are one of the leading private market research platforms, and we have been in the market for about 12 years now. And we started our initiative with universities about 2 years back. Here, we partner with universities to help students and faculty explore startup ecosystem through real-time data and insights. And as part of this effort, we have launched School of Startups platform. We try to bring voices from academia to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs. With that, we want to know a little bit more about your journey in academia. So could you share a little bit about your professional journey? What led you to academia and how has the experience been so far?
Well, I never had a career plan to become an academic. So what happens was I enrolled as a student, master's degree student in a university, Helsinki University of Technology, in fact. And I didn't have any money, so I signed up for a teaching assistantship. That led to me supporting and coordinating an executive education program with a full-time salary. And as I was working for a university, then I decided that maybe I should do a PhD, which I did. And then it turns out that, well, actually I seem to have, according to personality tests, the ideal personality for academic research work. I enjoyed doing that. So that's how I ended up in this career. I do enjoy translating insights from research into practical application, which means that I also have a bit of an engineering mindset, which is important for entrepreneurship because entrepreneurs are, in fact, engineers. What they do is to create new artifacts, that is their businesses, which help solve human problems. And those problems are expressed as customer needs and to do so profitably. So that's my journey thus far.
Yeah, that's wonderful to know, sir. You have such a interesting approach towards this, and especially towards entrepreneurship. So that brings me to the next question, and we want to know more about any exciting projects or research initiatives that you're currently working on, and what sort of impact do you hope to create with these initiatives?
Well, a couple of interesting initiatives I was involved with the past was the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, which is the largest ongoing research consortium in social sciences, and it tracks entrepreneurial activity in some 80 countries annually. On that, we developed the Global Entrepreneurship Index, which also reflects the entrepreneurial potential of countries. At the moment, I'm working on what is called Wicked Acceleration Labs. This is a collaboration between Imperial Business School and Royal College of Arts in London, and its mission is to help facilitate solutions to wicked challenges. And wicked challenges are complex systemic challenges that are difficult to resolve and understand, yet we want to help improve things. So examples of wicked challenges include, for example, climate change at a very high level, and for example, decarbonization of chemical product supply chains, which is something we are working on at the moment, and things like facilitating hydrogen transition in aviation. So anything that is systemic, and we want to help find ways to resolve those wicked challenges to improve, create an impact on, positive impact on society or the environment.
Yeah. So definitely, having starting a company and having a positive impact on society is also very important. And anything that any student who's starting off as as an entrepreneur, is there anything that you see in the market today that the kind of trends that you see in the startup ecosystem, and is there any advice that you would like to give to these students?
Well, the startup ecosystem, let's define it first. So it is the community of stakeholders that contribute to the startup and scale up of new ventures. And these stakeholders would include incubators, accelerators, investors, entrepreneurs, mentors, large businesses, what have you. So this is the community that entrepreneurs need to engage to start their business. As such, startup ecosystems are pretty well established today if you consider their connections with universities and academia. They are an important element of almost any economic landscape. In academia, entrepreneurship has become widely recognized as a viable career option even for academics, and it's widely supported and celebrated. So for students joining a place like Imperial College, which is my university, my advice is to take advantage of the amazing startup ecosystem we have here at Imperial College in London. There are lots of opportunities and support to help you become a successful startup and scale-up entrepreneur. So the shift really is that this is an established and ongoing activity, and students should be aware of it and take advantage of it when they join university studies.
Yes, definitely. Any recent student-led projects or startups that have turned into success stories, or something that you would like to share?
Well, there are so many that there are too many to list here, actually. Again, if you look at Imperial College London, Imperial Enterprise, which is our support activity for startups, they have helped roughly 300-400 student startups to start their activities during the past years. These startups have raised well over £500 million in seed as startup funding. Some notable unicorns include, for example, Improbable, which is a virtual reality startup, and Tracxn, which is an AI startup. An interesting example also, just to give you an idea of the flavor of the kinds of businesses that end up being started at Imperial, there's a startup whose name is NotPla, N-O-T, like not pla, like plastic. And they develop biodegradable packaging solutions to help replace plastic. So it's very much in the impact area, developing solutions and technologies that help save the environment, help mitigate climate change, help improve people's health, and then obviously taking advantage of advances in digital technologies.
Okay, and that also connects with when you started off, you did mention that a lot of focus that you are putting on, or any interesting projects that you're working, is towards social impact. And I think they are also now profitable businesses that, as you mentioned in the last question. So my next question is that how do you think, what kind of role does academia play in, evolving, has been evolving with these startups and innovation space, and then, how do you see that happening in the next few years? How do you think this is going to evolve?
Well, there's a couple of things here. So one is that many universities have developed support systems for startups. For example, again, speaking about the university I know best, Imperial College London, Imperial hosts a truly vibrant startup ecosystem. So give you some flavor. We have initiatives such as the Venture Catalyst Challenge, which is the Imperial flagship accelerator, many students participating every year. We have the Global Challenge Lab, which enables students across the world, not only in Imperial, to collaborate on sustainable solutions. We have a Community Collider, which is a networking facilitator, creating contacts between students, researchers, and academics, and other participants of the startup ecosystem. We have We Innovate, which supports female entrepreneurs, amongst others. And then there are lots of co-working spaces and all kinds of faculty-specific accelerators and support programs. So how is this environment going to evolve over the several years? So we should recognize that by now startup and innovation activities have become an organic, essential, active part of academic research, teaching and outreach activities around the world. So all universities try to support entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial innovation. If you look at the Imperial College's strategy, the words of innovation and entrepreneurship, these two words are sprinkled all over the Imperial strategy text. So in the future, what I see is the role of these activities growing ever more important. And why is this? Universities such as Imperial, what do? We have technology, we have physical science, we have engineering, and we have medicine, and these are the main disciplines at Imperial. Well, advances in science, like medicine and healthcare and biotechnology, what have you, and in technology and physical sciences, they are all important. And they are at the core of what universities do. They will be, they have always been, and they will continue to be. But the role of innovation and entrepreneurship in this context is to help translate those advances into real-world impact. And that's why, and this is, again, something that universities have recognized over the past couple of decades. And this is why any university strategy, I bet, you read it, innovation and entrepreneurship will be mentioned. And this has a lot of implications for students also.
Okay, that is very interesting. I think entrepreneurship itself has been evolved a lot in the last 1 decade, and I think going forward, we do see interesting startups coming up. One more question I have related to, how if there's any budding entrepreneur, what kind of advice would you like to give them in this fast evolving landscape? Because we have seen that the market has been very dynamic, and what kind of advice would you give to these young budding startups, own founders, to keep up with this fast evolving landscape?
Okay, let me keep the focus again and still on students, because I kind of tend to work with students a lot who come to Imperial. So we have this amazing environment. We have this amazingly active ecosystem where there are lots and lots of initiatives going on and lots of very, very interesting people with very different backgrounds participating in the activities within the ecosystem. So that is the startup ecosystem that we have. How to take advantage of such a setting? My advice is come to the university with an open mindset. That's the most important. Be open to ideas wherever they may come, and network, create contacts, establish contacts, talk to people. Networking is really key. There are lots of opportunities, but you need to reach out to access them. The contacts won't come to you. The opportunities won't come to you. You need to reach out. In Imperial context, there are lots of exciting guest speakers. Go listen to them and what they have to say, even if these guest speakers are not speaking to your course or program in particular. So you need to be curious, you need to be active, you need to be open-minded. That is my advice. You need to be active, you need to be inquisitive, and you need to look for opportunity. The opportunities are there, they will come, but you need to reach out.
I think not just entrepreneurs, even I'm taking a note of this advice for myself. One last question here, if anyone who would be listening to this video, if they want to follow your work or your research or any upcoming projects, would you like to mention where they can reach out to you, or if there are any recent publications that they can go through?
Well, that is a very easy question because I happen to be the only person on this planet with this name. So my name is unique. And that means that if you search my name on Google, or if you ask about me, Gemini or ChatGPT, everything that comes up is by me. So if you want to reach out, you want to contact, just Google me and you will find me. Also follow the Wicked Labs. Again, our mission is to help save this planet through entrepreneurial action and innovation. And we will be constantly putting out new materials through that facility. So if you really want to make a change in the world and change for the better, follow the Wicked Labs and become an impact entrepreneur.
All right. So I think we can we are I think we've got great conversation that we've had so far with you. Anything that you would like to add from your side? I think I've covered all my questions, but if there's something that you want to say.
Not really. I think this was a very useful interview, and I hope it will be interesting for your audiences, and I wish you the best of luck with your business.
Thank you so much, and it was great having you, and we had such a great learning opportunity with you and understanding your perspective on entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem. And I think a lot of our audience will also take a lot of notes from you, and this has been a very fruitful conversation. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time, and we look forward to having more such conversations with you going forward.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.